All right, folks, Jermaine Farrell in the house. We have the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Media Days. We're getting you ready for the 2025 season, and probably the team that had the shortest trip to get here, the Northside Vikings. Coach Scott Fisher in his 9th year with him. How you doing, Coach? Good
doing
seeing
fine.
you.
Appreciate the invite. Thank you very much.
Good. You're not too far to go. It's like you guys are literally right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Between you guys and William Fleming are probably going to have the shortest drives over here.
We appreciate the opportunity.
Good deal. Well, Coach, last year, you finished 5-6, but you got back in the playoffs. A tough overtime loss to Lord Botetourt in the playoffs. But overall, you guys, looking at some of the superlatives, you guys started 3-0. You beat Botetourt for the first time since 2018. You ended an 8-game lose streak to them. But overall, just your overall thoughts about last year leading into this year, because it feels like you guys kind of turned the corner a little bit.
Yeah, I think the momentum was good. We had a great team last year that played real well as a team, not individually, and was able to put some wins together. And we really had good fan base, school support. It all worked out real well, really.
Now, when you look at going into this year, now you're in your 9th year, how do you feel that you have kind of put your footprint on the program to establish to where you want it to go?
Well, it's a great question. When I was brought in, there was a lot of turmoil in the program, and really I was just kind of brought in to kind of simmer everything down and make sure it got back, to a good school program, really. And I think we've done that. I don't really want it necessarily to be my footprint and about my program. It's really about our North Roanoke kids and North community. And I think we've done that, and being able to be competitive with the North Roanoke kids has been a staple of what I wanted to do. And I think we've done that. The families have bought in, the community support is there, and we've got some great kids in the system now and great kids in the school.
How big of a help is it to have the 9 years? Because, you're not someone that just started coaching. You've been doing it for nearly a decade. How big is it? Like each year you kind of gain that experience and you kind of know where to take things.
Well, you do. You just don't want to become complacent, And it is the organizational part is easier, but it's a new group of kids every year and trying to mend them into a team and focus on one goal. So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing, but experience helps.
And then looking at your schedule, you start off the season at home against Pulaski County. It seems like it's an annual opener. You're hosting the Cougars on August 29th. Yeah. Talk a little bit about that game and some of your other non-district games, anything that's different from the last couple of years.
Well, Pulaski will be a tough one. It always is. We'll be able to see if we'll be able to stop anybody at that point. They won't throw the ball much. They'll come and run it right at you. So we're looking forward to that and seeing kind of where we stand on the stick, so to speak. We pick up Glenver this year, which will be an interesting game for us. It's a county program, and utmost respect for Coach Clifford and what they do down there. And then we make the trip back up to Galax this year. So, looking forward to what the schedule brings. I don't think it's any lighter. We unfortunately dropped Salem to fit in Glenver into the week that they wanted to play. And I was a little disappointed in that. I always like to take a good team over to see Coach Holter and them. But I think we are where we need to be at right now within the program and where the kids are at, and I think they're excited and ready to play.
I can make a guarantee in that Northside Glenver game, a team in green will win.
Green will win that game.
Whole lot of green out there.
That's right. It'll be green.
The color of money, as they say.
That's right.
If you could talk a little about the 2 players you brought over today, what they mean to the program and their impact.
So Troy's been a 4-year starter for us. Troy Collins, he's a great kid. He's like a 3.85 GPA in the school. I would expect him to probably be one of our B'nai B'rith Award presenters at the end of the year. And he's an offensive and defensive guy. He plays the inside linebacker for us, tough as nails. And then Jonathan Reddicks came over a couple years ago. He was a backup to Michael last year, so we'll expect him to carry the football a little bit more this year, I hope. And he plays the defensive end and down 3 technique. Great kid. He's a 4.0 student. So, lot more about those 2 kids than just football.
You mentioned Michael Harvey, which is, an interesting guy on the basketball court. How neat was it to see him blossom as a football player?
It was awesome. He was one of the best kids I've ever been around. He was a unique athlete, as we all know, but he's one of the best kids I've ever been around. He was one of the most competitive kids I've ever been around, too. And I miss him just as a person, and we'll definitely miss him as an athlete, too.
when you look at this season, I mean, how fun is it? It seems like overall it's changed because I remember when I started playing football, high school football, the year-round program wasn't there. It's basically you get there in the summer and you get going. You might do some volunteering in the summer, but overall, it's a year-round thing. How big is that, and how has that, in your opinion, changed high school football?
I don't know if it's good or bad, quite honestly. I have mixed feelings about it. We work out 3 days a week. Some teams do 3, some do 4. What makes Northside unique is that we share athletes among all of our sports. So we have to have a good working relationship with Coach Pope, for example, and Coach Martin, the track guys, and Coach Knoll. And I think that all fits. Our baseball program with Trent, they had a really good year this year. We had a couple guys playing with them. So I think the off season is big for all sports. Traditionally, it's a little longer for football just with the workout and the weight room program. But I think all schools have their own challenges to determine if a year-round sport is good or bad for the athlete. I don't know.
So, Coach, really at the end of the day, you guys made the playoffs, had some success. What do you think will be the key to build on that, carry on the success that you guys had last year into this season?
Well, we have a lot of skill guys this year. We have more skill than we've had in a long, long time. We probably have the fastest football team that we've had, including the 09 team that I thought was probably one of the better teams ever come out of Northside. Our challenge this year is to develop the guys up front, and that's where we're really putting most of our emphasis in camp. Is our athletes will be athletes, but we're really going to have to coach up the offensive defensive front.
How fun is it, Coach, to know that you're on the doorstep of another season? It feels like we just ended it. Now you're talking about, okay, we're not too far away from starting fall camp, and then the games hit a little bit later.
Yeah, it comes fast. I told my wife actually yesterday, I said, the season is here. And she said, I don't think it ever leaves. So that goes back to your question about, all year round. So, yeah, it is. It's here. It'll be upon us very, very shortly and quickly. And, everybody's scrambling for physicals and practice schedules and uniforms and stuff like that now. Yeah.
Well, Coach, first of all, it's always a joy to see you, sir. Thanks so much for coming out,
You're
Coach
welcome.
Fisher. And
You're welcome.
Coach Fisher, Scott Fisher with the Northside Vikings. They will get the season underway on August the 29th as they hosted Pulaski County Cougars. We put a bow on the Vikings as we look forward to the 2025 season with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Media Days.
My name is Jonathan Reddicks.
All right, can you spell it out?
Jonathan, Reddicks, Reddicks.
Okay, high school
Northside High School.
and position?
Linebacker, fullback,
Okay, and then graduating class?
class of 2026.
We good?
Pull his jersey.
Up a little bit?
Yeah. And there we go. Okay. That's the only catch. So, but otherwise,
Well.
fine.
All right. Okay, first and foremost, senior year. How you feeling?
I'm quite nervous, because this is my last year. Because, I would never thought it would come by this fast. Everything just moves so quick and everything. It's I'm already here. I'm about to graduate already. And it's just wow, But it feels good though. That means I get to go to the higher level for college, and I've been looking through that. Hopefully, get a good college soon.
Going into your last football season, putting that Northside jersey on for the last time. It probably hasn't hit just yet and settled in until you probably play that last game. But talk to us about what your expectation is for you personally, and then also for the team.
My expectations for me personally, I want to see greater improvement for me. I want to make more eye-catching plays, really be a problem out there on the field. I want to make get some turnovers on defense, very help my offense with the blocking scheme and all that, trying to rush for that. And my team goal, our record last year, I wanted us to be better than that, go higher than that. That's the main goal, is to be better than what we were last year. Because I want us to keep on improving, going up and up and up and up. I feel this team right here, right now, I feel we can do that because it's one of our fastest and strongest team yet. So I feel this upcoming season, don't sleep on us because we are going to be very good, very good.
I feel out of those 6 losses y'all had, because you guys 5 and 6 last year.
Yes, ma'am.
They weren't they were losses, but they were also lessons. What was something that kind of stuck out? What was something that when y'all go back and watch film, what did y'all work on, and that you can definitely now bring that over to this new season and have a winning record this year?
This new season, I'd probably say like communication-wise, making sure our teammates, like if someone makes a mistake, cheer them on and make sure it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our team chemistry, that's probably what we needed. And I feel like as of right now, we're working on that. And we're not just only a team, we have become a family. So, you know, one of our brothers fall down, we help him, bring him up, and like we tell him his mistake, and we make sure like we teach him not to do it again. You know, so that's why that's something that I feel like that we're going to do better and we're going to improve on from last year, because that's something we really did need to improve on.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of touching base on that, like, you know, holding each other accountable, making sure that, all right, you know what you're supposed to be doing, but then also letting the younger people know, like, okay, this is what you're supposed to be doing. All right, talk about Coach. How's he been?
Oh, Coach Fisher?
Yeah.
I love Coach Fisher. You know, last year I wasn't always a Northside Viking, but last year I transferred here, right? And he's such a great guy. He actually made me feel welcome, feel like I was at home, even though I was my first year meeting him, you know, it's my first time meeting him. He was such a nice guy. Not only he's a good coach, he's kind of like a father figure on the team, you know. He helps the players mentally and physically. Like, if you need anything, talk to him, and he will for sure help you. That's something I love about him, because he's a really good coach.
That's so good. I know y'all want to make him proud this year.
For sure.
Anything we should kind of like expect for the upcoming season for you guys? Like, I know we're not gonna count y'all out, but like, what's something you feel like it's like y'all little secret weapon or anything like that?
I don't want to say too much on
okay.
here, but you know, I say just come to our games and watch and see. You'll definitely see some great playmaking, great plays.
All right, bet we'll put them on the radar. You got anything else you wanna?
Yeah, I gotta ask you this. Y'all beat LB, okay?
Yeah.
For what? Ending like an 8-game losing streak against LB. First, how did that feel? But then the last time you saw him, it was a 2-point loss. This rivalry, I think, transcends so many things in Roanoke. But what did that mean to kind of say, we are here? You're not going to mess with us on this one. Unfortunately, I know they got the last get back. But that says something about making a statement right there. I mean, you're part of that team that did that.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And you can look at her. I know it's kind of weird. But it's
I feel like it's something, we did make a statement there by beating them, because that was a good, I feel like, personally, we're for sure going to get our get back. They're not going to have the last say, so especially on seniors, and then I'll make sure that's not going to happen. You know, our team, we'll make sure that's not going to happen, because everybody's been, you know, upset about that loss, and we feel like we shouldn't have lost that, but, you know, we're going to show them this season that we're going to show them that we're better, you know what I'm saying, that we're ready here, we're here to win. You know, it felt amazing getting that win, you know. You saw that locker room, everybody was like lit. We were all hyped, we were all screaming and dancing and all that, because it was a nice win. Because beating our rivals is always nice to us, and I personally feel like we're going to beat them this year, and we're going to make a statement, a big statement, because a lot of people sleep on Northside a lot. We have some people already starting to try and talk to us, you know what I'm saying, talk down upon us, but we're going to show them reason why we shouldn't be slept on at all.
Do you feel like y'all going into like a season of an underdog, or y'all just want to be more of like a surprise, like, okay, we got our game plan and we just going to come in and surprise that storm?
I feel like we're going to be more a surprise, because not a lot of people are counting us out, you know, which I don't think they should count us out. A team like us, because, you know, we're like the fastest team we ever had, strongest team we ever had. So I feel like we're going to be great and amazing this season, way better than last year. We're going to go, record's going to be, you know what I'm saying, up there. So.
Alrighty, you good?
Cool.
Troy Collins,
Okay, cool. Where you go to school?
Northside High School,
What grade are you in there?
senior year.
Awesome. What's your position?
Linebacker, running back, and receiver.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You like everything.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know.
All right. Well, talk to me, Troy. I mean, hey, man. First, how does it feel to be back?
I mean, it feels good. It's my 4th year at Northside, so the first 2 years, freshman, sophomore year, didn't look too good. We're getting back up there.
And I guess you're one of the senior leaders this year. Is that kind of a surreal moment that this has now finally come after all of this time?
Yeah, it flew by way too fast. I never figured I'd be a senior already, but, you know, I'm ready to go.
And talk to me a little bit about you and Coach Fish, man. Y'all been on this journey together for a minute, and you've seen some guys. You've been one of those guys. What does it mean to have a coach like Coach Fish?
I mean, he's really like a father figure to everybody on the team. He helps you with everything. I just think he's a good coach. He's a really nice guy and everything.
Last season, man, you guys you silenced a lot of the haters. I guess. I mean, I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You had a Harvey out there doing some things. I mean, doing stuff. I mean, everybody was really together. Was last year kind of just something that, I guess, do you try to replicate last year, or do you just build upon?
I think we build on it because last year we had a bunch of seniors and our team chemistry was really high. So I think it's going to be hard to get back up there, but I'm pretty confident we can get back up there.
But that helps. That type of season does help, right? And I mean, I got it. Of course, I asked your boy this. How good did it feel to be able to? I mean, what was it? Like I said, an 8-game loss, to a losing streak to them. You guys knocked LB down. I mean, that's a huge thing. We know how this rivalry is. I have seen this rivalry played out so many times. So I've seen how this thing goes. But what did it mean to you personally for that moment to happen?
To finally be able to beat them, not only beat them, we shut them out. They didn't score a single point on us. That felt so amazing. The locker room was electric. Even the Coach Fisher was hyped too. He was dancing. Everybody was jumping around. So it was a great feeling.
And I mean, I know in the way it ended, 2-point loss. But what does that say about the season and what the capabilities of what this team now has to kind of move on towards for this season? That means that you guys can't not only hang, but you guys are right there. I mean, does that say something about the confidence that this team has going into this season?
Definitely. Like we're coming in confident. We're ready to. We really want our get back because we're ready to smack everybody in the mouth, and we're gonna put Northside back on the map.
Is there? I mean, it sounds like there's definitely a chip on your shoulder.
Definitely,
in this team's shoulder. Is it because like you see all these teams all in this area, or is it specifically just because you guys are in a district that's super competitive at the same time? Is that kind of what it is? Or?
Yeah, our district has been pretty competitive, and last couple years we were kind of like at the bottom, but it really felt good to get a kind of a winning season going.
What did it mean to you to really kind of say, you know, hey, we're here, we've arrived, we've always been here. People just forgot. Was that kind of what that was?
Yeah, everybody was always hating on us and like playing down on us, but we really showed up. We're gonna smack everybody in the mouth.
I mean, you guys opened to, if I'm not mistaken, Pulaski County.
Down 21-0 to start the game. I remember that game.
Wait, that's a good memory.
That's facts. Not wrong. I mean, speak a little bit about that, and then you get the open.
I mean, when it was coming off a 2-8 season the season before, so we didn't start out too strong, but once we got a couple big plays, got it rolling, we got confident, and we just flew from there.
And overall, I guess, how are you looking to take your game to the next level?
I want to be more disciplined and not be as I was overrunning stuff a little bit last year. I really want to be more aggressive as well, and I'm looking to lead the team a lot more than I did last year.
And I guess overall, this brotherhood that you've been with for a minute, and you being one of those guys that's been there for I mean, all 4 years, to kind of see guys come and go, you name it, but also hang around with some of the same dudes. What does it mean to you to really kind of be a part of that Northside legacy?
I mean, it's really like a family, and we all help each other out. It just feels great, honestly.
Cool beans. You got anything, Marion?
Dude, I just remember I was at that overtime loss.
Yeah.
And I was so mad at you guys. I was like, because they went into double overtime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we had a show at like 10, and I was freaking out because the game wasn't over yet. So from you guys' perspective, just like, man, I know that hurt. Like, but just talk about just the proud aspect of it. Just you guys were able to, be in that position. Not a lot of people could have, been in that same position. A win would have been great, but just talk to us about what did y'all learn, what y'all gonna hope to change, especially when it gets in that playoff position of, finishing. And
I mean, we came in the game. We knew we could beat them. We already beat them once. We came in ready to go, And definitely next year, I hope we play them in the playoffs again. We play them last game of the season. I hope we can play them in the playoffs because we're gonna beat them this time.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Troy, I know we always talk about winning a chip as being the goal. That's the primary goal. But what are some other goals that you're looking to have, or you have on your sheet of things that you want to accomplish this year?
I mean, I want to have an actual winning season because last year we were 5-5, and then we lost. So technically, it wasn't a winning season. But like, I haven't had one in my high school career so far, so I'm really looking forward to trying to get one of those.